Much of the world tells us that we have to hustle, achieve, become. But what if the truth is we don't have to become anything? We only need to listen to who we already are, to God's voice, to the purpose that is part of our sacred contract, and to the wonder that has already been there within us since childhood. Let me ask you this. What if the thing that you are worrying about, that you're striving for, that you are doubting, already has an answer, already has provision waiting for you? That is what we are going to be talking about today. Welcome to Infinite You. I'm Dr. Sheri, spiritual psychologist, multidimensional mindset mentor, soul-led success coach, and intuitive empowerment guide. Remember, when the apostles asked Jesus, how do we get into heaven? Jesus kind of pulled a child from the crowd and said, be more like a child. My takeaway with that is remember the wonder, remember the magic. I know I just made a video about this, but I feel so inspired because we are already infinite souls, and our purpose here is to surrender to our own divinity. Remember that when we are living in our 3D minds, most of our stress is coming from believing that life won't work out. So think about that. If you have an empowered belief versus a belief riddled with doubt, the two outcomes are going to look very, very different. Doubt will lead to a feeling of anxiety, and empowerment will lead to a feeling of anticipation for what's next. I know for sure when I was a kid, everything was about play because that's how children grow and socialize and learn how to, navigate the world, every tiny little thing, right? We all played, well, us girls, right? We played school, we played restaurant, we played house, right? Doing all the things, which I feel like a comedian actually made a joke about this. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but how girls, we would vacuum, right? When we were playing house. So we would learn how to do the things that we were going to eventually do when we were grown-ups. That is another story. I will leave it right there. But I think the bigger picture is, I just remember as a child wanting to and doing repeatedly over and over again, writing a play, getting my friends to act in it, inviting the grown-ups in the neighborhood to all come and watch the play once we performed it, on a beautiful summer evening. Everything was about imagination and play and wonder. And we as grown-ups, because we feel like we've got to, churn things out or strive or make ends meet or whatever we have going on in that lower part of, who we are, where we are, we forget about the wonder. And that definitely comes from the idea and the belief that most things in life won't work out. My question to you is, what if they do? What if you flipped that switch? What if your default setting of God's mind, of the universe, is that it does work out? That's childlike faith. That's childlike wonder. That is surrender. That is awe. We don't make things happen. We don't make money. We don't make things happen. God gives, God provides, God aligns the path. Money is just one form of that provision, but the source is always the same. And when you listen and when you trust, you realize the outcome is already written in a high vibe frequency of love, of joy. We are here to create. We are here. We are being asked, in my humble opinion, to integrate the essence of God and that awareness into every part of who we are, no matter what we are doing, no matter what we are engaging in. That's the beauty of flow. That is the beauty of of feeling the vibration of alignment, right? The alignment of being, of thinking, and of doing. We are definitely here to create. We were born to create. Our beautiful, amazing physical bodies are such a gift for us to take aligned action in this 3D physical world. But I think that sometimes our 4D minds will absolutely get in the way. So the next time you're thinking about it, and if I haven't asked you this yet already, I don't think I did. When you get a chance, if this video resonates with you, hit subscribe, hit like, hit that notification bell. I put a video out every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. But what I'm really getting at, what I'm really asking you to consider and to think about is to take that beautiful, integrate that beautiful energy of your sacred contract, of your soul purpose, of God's mind, of God's wish for you into everything that you are doing. We humans definitely like to compartmentalize our lives. I talked about this in another video where, we, let's say, go to church on Sunday, but then by Wednesday, we're not feeling it anymore. And then, we have a little too much to drink. And then, we get into a fight with someone and da-da-da. I get it. We are human. We are not meant to be perfect. That is not why we are here. But what I'm getting at is take a moment as often as you possibly can and just be intentional about aligning with that high, beautiful, amazing frequency that is God, that is God's mind, that is absolutely entangled with your purpose, finding meaning, and really being of service the way that you know that you are meant to. And I want to be really clear about saying this. When you get rid of the noise, when you get rid of the programming, when you get rid of the doubt, when you step into alignment, when you step into that higher frequency, so many messages are going to come to you when you are living in awe and wonder, and that kindergarten mind, that childlike mind, you will not believe the magic and the reminders that come to you. It happens all the time. I had a dream last night that I was wearing a ring, this ring on my finger right here, and it's a little too big. I had a dream last night that it went flying and fell off of my finger and I couldn't find it and da-da-da. Today, I went to go get my hair done, and this ring, I was chatting with my hands, and this ring went flying through the air, and I caught it out of midair. And I just couldn't believe the magic of asking for magic, which I do. Ask for magic, ask for wonder, ask to feel like you are in awe. And I cannot believe I asked for it. I cannot believe I saw that future timeline, and then the ring went flying, and then there I was just catching it out of midair. So I know I said a lot of crazy things in this video, but really I want to bring it back down to this amazing Soulful Sunday. You know who you are at the soul level. Return home to yourself as much as you possibly can. That is absolutely the best way to honor your sovereignty, to honor your reverence, whatever your reverence is for God, for the universe, for source energy, whatever works for you. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this is about feeling good, being intentional, being aligned, living in joy, living with meaning, with purpose, with passion, with fulfillment, in service, enjoying every moment, enjoying every breath, being really, really grateful. And in that energy, in that frequency, you will attract exactly what you want when you need it the most. We are being held. We are children of God. It is amazing. And we get to decide who we are. We get to decide the identity that we want to carry. Forget about the old programming. Let it go. You are empowered. Let go of the doubt. Definitely move away from anxiety and step into the magic of anticipation. So take a deep breath and imagine for a moment everything works out. Notice how your body softens. That is alignment. That is faith. That is you remembering who you are. And so maybe today isn't about doing more, but about being still enough to hear, quiet your mind, listen to the whispers of your soul, listen to God talking to you, and definitely play, definitely imagine, definitely wonder. You don't have to become. Take the pressure off. You only have to remember, and everything that you need will be given to you. I will make sure I put links in the description box below for my free newsletter, for my free amazing webinar, Recode Your Reality, and then a link to my quantum alignment session with me personally. It is amazing. And in 1 hour, maybe 75 minutes, you will be amazed at what we can go through. And I definitely will pull in the intuitive aspect of who I am. So it will be practical mindset, energy, clearing any blocks, and then looking at the bigger picture of where you are now, where you want to go, and what that can look like for you in a really powerful way. So hit subscribe, hit like if this resonated with you, hit that notification bell, definitely comment. Where are you on your journey? Are you in doubt mode or are you in empowerment mode? Are you anxious or are you anticipating all of the goodness? I will see you all next time, and have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Namaste.